I've told you many times that I think Chuck Todd is the worst, or certainly one of the worst, so-called journalists in America. He and the others, most of the others, have contributed to the destruction of the profession and have all but destroyed the whole idea of a free press and the public's faith in a free press. Because it's not a free press, it is an ideologically driven appendage of the Democrat Party, which is steeped in American Marxism. And you won't find a dime's worth of difference between these so-called journalists and these Democrats. And it's even worse than that. They try to destroy, they even lead the charge against people they don't like, institutions they don't like. They smear them, they distort their views and so forth. So we can never have an honest debate in this country. An honest debate about this party believes in this party believes in that. Honest debate on guns, honest debate on anything. But it seems to be taking effect on old Chuck Todd. Chuck Todd, who works for NBC and MSNBC, which is owned by Comcast. If you have Comcast as your cable provider, keep that in mind. You pay them an enormous amount of money to subsidize the destruction of this country. So Radar Online reports the main political voice at the Peacock, NBC, has spread his feathers and scared away viewers. Chuck Todd, the Meet the Press host who took over for David Greger in 2014, he was another slouch, has slumped to his worst ratings, period, since he took over the coveted Sunday morning chair Radar has exclusively learned. And top secret ratings data, it's not top secret, it's proprietary. These companies pay for it. I see what the ratings are because I'm with Fox. They're supposed to keep it to themselves. So obviously competition or somebody that doesn't like Todd at NBC gave it to this online site. And top secret ratings data that has caught the attention of network brass, RadarOnline.com has learned Meet the Press, the longest running show in television history, recorded its lowest rated quarter over the April, May, June period. Todd peaked at more than 4 million viewers in the first quarter of 2017 in the midst of Donald Trump's presidency. But in recent Nielsen media research ratings, the magic number faded to a paltry 2.4 million, shaving off a third of the notoriously goateed anchor's audience. Now, Mr. Producer, on our really, really big Sunday on cable, I think we've hit 2.4 million a few times, haven't we? Now, that is remarkable when you consider that network TV is totally free. All you have to do is change the channel or this way, and you get to Meet the Press, right? And it's amazing when you consider that program is in a mid to late morning. I don't even watch it, so I don't know. I used to watch it as a kid when Joel A. Spivak was the anchor. And my show's on Sunday night, prime time, up against football, up against baseball, up against this, that, the other. We never get a break, so we just muscle ahead. So he is really no competition at that time of the day, and people are tuning out. I mean, when you drop from a high of 4 million to 2.4 million, you're in trouble. Making matters even worse for the Peacock Network and its executive, Todd has also been in ratings free fall with viewers in the younger 25 to 24 demo. At his peak, the man who ex-President Trump referred to as Sleep Eyes had more than 1.2 million viewers in the first quarter of 2017, the same period when he enjoyed 4 million overall viewers, so 1.2 million viewers in that demo. But over the past 3 months, the star NBC political analyst logged just 492,000 fans in the all-important demographic. As we previously revealed, Todd has been under fire in recent months. In May, the network's highly paid political director was forced off the air at MSNBC. Now, when you're forced off MSNBC, you really suck. As part of a dramatic anchor reshuffling that saw him move to a lowly streamer. He launched the spin-off Meet the Press Daily on MSNBC starting in 2015 with a late afternoon dose of DC newsmakers. This does not augur well for Chuck, a television industry insider told RadarOnline.com. Chuck lost his gig at MSNBC, and the guy said he'd rather leave MSNBC completely and focus on Meet the Press on Sunday. But when you're focusing on the Sunday show and it's in free fall, perhaps you have to consider whether it's you and not the show itself that is driving viewers away. NBC News Chairman Cesar Conde must really be concerned. This is like David Gregory all over again. That's another weird-looking dude, that David Gregory, but that's beside the point. In a shock move this week, Conde surprised onlookers when he leaned in on everyone but Todd in announcing Alex Wagner. That's Wagner, but for you Germans out there. Alex Wagner as Rachel Maddow's time slot replacement on MSNBC. She's another liberal clone. She's another disaster. But on Chuck Todd, I have noticed in clips that we play, sometimes here, often on radio, he's got more left wing. He's more out of the closet. He spends a big chunk of each show attacking Donald Trump, trying to get back those 2017 ratings. And that's the problem. He's not a news guy. He's a ratings guy. He's not a news guy. He's a ratings guy. Now, I like to look at my ratings on Sundays. We get them every Tuesday, typically. But I do the show the way I do the show. I remember when I started the show, Mr. Producer was on that show too, from the beginning. I was advised on how to do the show. Remember that, Mr. Producer? I said, just let me do my show. I know what I'm doing. And I adjust here and there, but not because of ratings, it's because I chose to. I don't know what works on ratings or doesn't work on ratings. It doesn't seem to matter who our guests are, does it, Mr. Producer? We win primetime Sunday night, virtually every Sunday. I think it's been every Sunday. If not every Sunday, almost every Sunday for now 5 years or so, just because we do what we do. But Chuck Todd, here's the problem. He's not smart. He's an odd-looking guy. He is predictable. He's like listening to some ranting Democrat. He doesn't bring anything unique to the table. He has to rely on guests. His guests are predictable. So it's a nothing show. There's no reason to watch that show, you know. He'll bring on a Liz Cheney or an AOC. Well, we already heard them all week long. We're sick of it. Now, it's true that his niche is sort of the wealthy, white, liberal. So they wouldn't be listening to, say, me or other conservatives. But they're not even listening to him, which means he's in a hell of a spot. You never know. Maybe he'll be picked up by CNN.
Want to see more? Sign up for Levin TV.